What's up? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and this is the DWI D10. This thing is a Whoop style aircraft quadcopter that I bought off Amazon, and this thing is rather unique because I don't know of any Whoop style craft that has geared motors or geared prop system, and so this is one of the few. I think I have come across at least one more that I had on the channel that had a geared motor system, but this one has the whole Whoop look. That other one, it was sort of flat. It didn't really have a pod on the top as the traditional Whoop does, and this one has it. I was just on Amazon looking for a current quad that I can get on the channel and review, and so this one popped up in my search, and so I ended up grabbing this. And to my surprise, this thing flies really nice. It has altitude hold. Now, usually when a quad has altitude hold, that does hinder the flight performance a little as far as maneuverability and control and all of that. And I can't say that this flies better than most of the quads that don't have altitude hold, but this flies better than most of the quads that do have altitude hold. This thing is a beast for a quad with altitude hold. It has a really deep pitch, deep enough to get this thing doing nice funnels. The yaw rate is nice also, which is why it can do nice funnels. And this thing can even fight wind having altitude hold because the pitch is deep enough. And so you can get some really sporty flying going on with this guy. It has lighting. It has really nice lighting too, but I must say that the lighting disappointed me when I first saw it because the lighting doesn't help you with orientation much. Well, I thought it wouldn't, but it doesn't have a distinctive color in the front from the back. So you have this thing just flashing lights. I call it Christmassy lights going through these hoops here, and that doesn't help with orientation. But what saves it is that there's a very large red light that shines through this here in the front, and so that helps a lot with orientation. So you can use that as a beacon, sort of say, to keep your orientation when flying this thing in the distance. You'll know that if you see that big red light, then it's flying towards you. If you don't see the red light, that means it's flying away from you. And so you can really make out orientation. It's a really nice night flyer, even though it's not in the traditional way that I'm used to having a nice night flyer. But this thing flies really nice. One setback that it has is these batteries here. It has a proprietary battery. That's always a bad thing if you ask me, unless they give you more than one. And in this case, they give us more than one. So it comes with two batteries. One is installed already. But I still view that as a negative just because of the fact that it's a proprietary battery. And once these batteries go bad, all batteries eventually go bad. And who knows how long this company is going to keep supporting this thing. And that's the same with any company that use proprietary batteries. Once you need new batteries, you have to go through them. There's no universal standard. So usually these type of quads usually end up getting modded, or I just recommend that people stay away from them. But this one, at least they give you two batteries. And I must say that this thing flies pretty long. The longest flight that I had with this thing was like about 9 minutes. And it was under severe conditions though. It was very windy and all. And so I'm guessing you can probably easily get maybe 10 minutes out of this thing if you're flying it on a normal day, not too windy and not too cold or whatnot, because cold weather does affect these LiPo batteries. This thing is a very long flyer and a very nice flyer. So that's two good points, two major good points for this thing. And I think I really like this one. I like the way this one flies. It's one of those rare instances where I got a quad from nowadays and it has altitude hold, but I still like it. Very few of them, but there are some. This is a testament to that being true. This quad flies really nice. It charges up through USB. So that's a positive, I gotta say. You could use a normal micro USB to charge this battery up. I can't really tell what milliamp hour this battery is, but it does yield a very long flight time. For me, 10 minutes is pretty long for these little quads, because usually in the start we were getting about 7 minutes of flight time without the prop being geared and all. And geared prop systems did bring more efficiency and longer flight times. And so this battery here, I don't know, it looks like it's maybe about 850 milliamp hour or somewhere upwards of 750 or something like that. But this thing yields a really nice flight time. So kudos to DWI, or Dowlin, I think that's the name of the company, for making this a really nice flyer and all, and fly long. And the lighting system, I guess I can give them kudos for making a flight system, just because this red light in the front saves it. I don't know if that was done purposely to make this thing a nice night flyer or not, but it works out that it does benefit in flying, night flying. It does have these little rubber landing feet on it there. Nice little touch for it. Now I was thinking about modding this and taking this light out and using this as a whoop, but the battery system messes it up. So I wouldn't recommend this as a platform to try to whoop or whatnot. But it's a pretty nice flyer if you just want to have a nice flying quad, a quad that can fight a little wind, and one of the nicer altitude hold quads. This one is your quad. Now, one of the other negatives I have is that it comes with this tiny darn transmitter. This is a very small transmitter to have a quad so large. This transmitter is just too tiny in my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not too tiny to fly it. I do think that this transmitter flies this quad pretty nice, but I would have liked a larger transmitter with it. It does have labels and all on the transmitter. It does have a nice headless mode. You can turn some of the lights off. When you turn the lights off, you can toggle the lights with that button on the transmitter. Once you toggle the lights off, the red light stays on. So this red light in the front remains when you're flying it with the lights off. So I don't know what, maybe you're going to save a little bit of power or whatnot, but not much. But this transmitter is just too small, and it's not deviated, so you're forced to fly it with this transmitter. I don't know if any of DWI's other quads have the same protocol as this one. I don't know if they have their own protocol or not that they're sticking to, but also I don't know if they have any larger quads or quads with larger transmitters that you can probably use in place of this one if you get another DWI quad. So I would have to say that this transmitter is a negative. Just don't like how small the transmitter is in proportion to how large the quad is. The instructions manual is pretty good. Nice legible English and all. They give you a micro USB charging cable to charge the battery. A pretty nice flyer. Awesome in the air. The DWI D10. Let's go check this thing out in flight. Alright, so we out here with the DWI and we about to check it out. Getaway driver. Sheesh. Let's get it in the air so I can show you guys the flight characteristics. Well, so we're in low rates right now. Check it out. So it's kind of docile right now, but not bad at all. This is the yaw rate. Really slow yaw. And so that's side flying, forward here, backwards. And so let's go to second rate. We're in second rate now. That's the yaw. So the yaw got a lot faster. The picture's a lot faster. This is side flying here, forward, backwards. This is the funnel we're getting now. So not bad already. Kind of sporty in the second rate. Okay, so let's go to the third rate and check out the yaw. Go really fast yaw, nice yaw. This is side flying. So there you go, with the forward and backwards. So this thing is really sporty now. Just wish the lights weren't so Christmassy. Check it out. This guy's awesome though. I guess you can make out the orientation pretty easy with that big red light on the front there. I just wish it didn't have all these flashing lights on it. But this thing is awesome. Check it out. That's the funnels there. Can almost spin around on one motor pod. Let's check out some flips. Nice snappy flips. Nails them. Man, this thing is awesome. Put it over here. The range seems to be pretty good too. Yanks real nice and all. I think I can change those lights though. I was doing something and the lights were changing. They're still flashy, but they changed sequence. I'm not sure how I did it though. We're not going to waste too much time on the lights though. Definitely one of the best drones with altitude hold that I've flown. And this one is a complete surprise. DWI is not really a brand that I would say that I look out for with awesome drones or anything like that. But man, this thing flies really nice. Really surprised me. Usually if it flies really nice indoors, then it's going to fly nice outdoors. Talking about these drones with the auto leveling, not auto leveling, with the automatic height hold, altitude hold. Usually if they fly nice indoors, then they usually fly nice outdoors. Sometimes you get these things indoors and they start hitting the ceiling, and then you know you're not going to have a good experience outdoors with it. And so we're not going to fly this thing until the battery dies, because this thing has like a 10-minute plus flight time. I think I flew it for like 9 minutes in the cold. I'll have that video in the description if you guys want to see this thing flying really long. Let's see if we could do some flips while moving. Just about. It slows down a little. Man, the moon is looking really nice over there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I just crashed into the cam with the quad. Hopefully it's still aimed at the quad and all. Trying to fly near the moon so you guys can see that. Uh-oh. Let's land it for a second. I got a feeling that we're not aimed right. Yep. Phone was falling off the hat. But we're back with it. Anyhow, let's bring this guy in. Oh, we've flown it to the LVC. Okay, so do some funnels here from LVC. Kind of cold out here too, and this altitude hold is working quite well in the cold. It usually affects them negatively sometimes. And so that's it. A quick demo flight of this DWI craft. Pretty awesome. Thanks for watching.